Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here today to today's journey. Today, if I'm being honest, I just drew a blank, and I was trying to I felt like I was trying to force what we're gonna do today, and I had this amazing ideas, and I was just like, you know what, I feel like, but I think this was more my feeling more than what was actually for the container. So I was just like, oh, maybe we should embody the four jaguars of the Mayans, and I was going in different places, but as I was coming here, I was just like, no, I was like, I got nothing. And then I started to see, wait, like nobody's here. What's going on? Maybe nothing is the medicine. So, and I was sitting here, my mesa is open, and um, I was tracking the energy. This beautiful, beautiful Kuya medicine stone of mine jumped at me and said, oh, there we go. Take him. I have a journey for you. And it reminded me of the story of how this stone came to be in my hands in one of my journeys to Peru. Uh, it was a very sacred moment. So this place, man, I don't know how to describe it without feeling so much because every time I visit this place, and the place that I'm speaking about is actually on my background, okay? This is Moray. And this is one of the sacred sites we visit when we go to Peru. And there are three constructions, like the one in the back, but that one's the main one. So we are no longer allowed to go in there because it's so ancient and it became so popular that there was too many people walking through it, and it was starting to collapse the walls. But we do have access to another one of those smaller circles, and we could still do ceremony there. But just to give you a little background, it's quite interesting because the first time I visited the Sacred Valley, I was not in this path. I was still in the military, and I actually didn't believe in anything that was. I didn't know what chakras were. I didn't know what meditation was. Um, Actually, I was just starting to learn the concept of meditation, which was super boring for me because I was a Marine and I had to go do things and climb the mountains. And I'm so fit, like I could run circles around, even though I was suffocating because of the altitude. But the first time I came to this place, um, this place feels like home to me. It's been such a powerful waka, which is a potent vortex of energy and a catalyst for the entirety of my journey. I can be honest. Uh, what I felt the first time I went to this sacred sites, nothing matched the vibration and how this place was so paramount for my healing, for my heart. Um, I hadn't cried in over a decade, and I cried like a little baby when I went down to the center of that circle and I closed my eyes the first time. And I remember jumping up like super scared. I had this moment where I felt this beam of light, the size of that circle, that center circle, just descend on me. And my body disappeared completely. And I felt like this was some powerful creature or angel or like I had an encounter with God. That's what it felt like. And I started to cry. And um, I didn't know what had happened to me at the time. And so I remember popping up and looking at the guy that was taking me around. And I asked him, I was like, "Oh my God, I'm sorry. I know you said we can only be an hour here. Like, I'm sorry I made you wait. Like, is it time to go?" And he's like, "How long do you think you've been sitting there?" And I said, "Oh, I feel like I've been here for like, I don't know, a couple of hours." So he's like, "No, you just sat down like 2 minutes ago." And so it was the first time in my life I experienced it's like wholeness, like the totality of something and being completely outside of time and space. And I couldn't process it because, again, I had just maybe like touched a little bit on meditation. Like I just knew, but I didn't know much about energy. I didn't believe in anything like that or past lives. And obviously, life humbled me moving forward because I got to experience so many things that I didn't believe in real life, and there was no no type of plans or anything. This was before any of that. Before I even started my shamanic training. This was, I want to say, almost like 10 years before I started my shamanic training. So the beautiful thing that happened in this space was that. And so it always felt like home. So every time I go to Peru, I was like, I have to go there, right? And I remember the first time I returned, we weren't allowed to go down there anymore. And I remember feeling this anxiety and this anger and just resentment almost of how dare you, like I need to be there, right? And so fortunate for me, I wasn't as stubborn as when I first went there, and I had already started my training. So from time to time, I could hear stones and things speaking to me. So this stone jumped at me and started talking to me, and I felt the energy of Mother Earth. All right, because this is a temple for Mother Earth. If you look at it, let me move around a little bit. It's shaped like a womb. All right, so that is the representation of the cosmic womb, and this place was many things. One of it, it was a an altar to Pachamama, okay, to honor the divine feminine. So there has been, I have no idea, but so many despachos, so many prayers, so much has been offered there. And you can feel the prayer of all the ancestors from even before, from a long, long time ago. This was also their laboratory where anytime the Incas liked certain types of plants, they would try to acclimate it. So the walls are made out of um, like lava rocks, kind of, and so it holds a lot of heat. So each layer holds a different temperature. So every time they would bring like plants and things like that from the Amazon or from um, the coast, they would start at a lower level, and then little by little they would start to allow it to grow, and so that's how they would adapt certain crops and things like that. They were able to develop, I don't know, over 200 variations of potatoes in that place, and that's why because they had so many strains of potatoes, like they didn't have the potato famine, because with one or two strains, like those potatoes went bad, they always had plenty to survive anything. And in trading the corn with the Mayans, they were able to adapt the corn to that, to the altitude. So it's a beautiful place. I could spend hours talking about it. Um, but I remember vividly just sitting there and just being angry, like, why am I not allowed to come home? I want to experience that. And the spirit of the earth came up through this stone and spoke to me and said, why do you feel that way? What is the matter with you? You really think that you need to be physically in that spot for you to experience that, to feel connected to me, to feel the wholeness of you and everything? You are a medicine person. You know and you teach that the physical limitations are irrelevant. So why not project yourself over there and feel that? Or even better, why not from standing here receive that connection? You already have it. You already know what it's like. And this was offered to me to be, doesn't matter where you go in the world, you will always be home. And so this stone that came from that sacred temple is connected to me through my mesa, and so can always access it and no longer have the need to be in the center to receive the experience and have that control. So it's a beautiful lesson. So with that in mind, I wanted to offer this stone here for you to connect your energy to it for a moment and just feel its vibration, its frequency from the Divine Mother. And we're going to project our energy, and I put that picture back there consciously. I want you to send your hologram, your energy, projected into the center of this temple. And without setting any specific intention, just leave yourself open. Okay, just close your eyes, and we're going to spend some time going into the timelessness of this temple, just to receive, to connect, whatever it is that is available for us there, whether it's through the ancient lineages that we have connected with, your lineage, or Pachamama, or Father, Son, or whatever energy you need to connect, whatever you need to receive today as a blessing, as a gift. And open your Ura cultures over yourselves. And we're gonna go on this journey. Using all your 5 senses. See yourself surrounded by these walls. Feeling like a little ant in the center of that temple. Opening yourself up to receive. We're gonna work on learning how to opening up to receive everything that is already there for us to receive. Releasing all ways in which we are distorted or we don't allow yourself to receive because we may feel that it is selfish, or you're getting too much, or you don't deserve that. Whatever those thoughts, those programs, those belief systems, those old contracts are, just let them go. Just open up to receive fully. Open up your heart, open up your root. See the energy from the base of your spine as you sit there, cross-legged, connecting, going deep into the earth of this temple. Feel the presence of the Divine Mother. And opening up your crown like the 1,000 petal lotus, white, opening up. Seeing this ray of pure golden light descending upon you all around you. And allow this energy swirling like a vortex, sitting in the middle of the eye of the hurricane of limitless Sami Kanchai. Yourself be enveloped by this light as you shed your skin and you become one with this light. Give yourself permission to let go fully of your individuality for this moment, to connect to all of creation. Like the hand of God reaching all the way into your past, in every place and space where you experience pain and suffering and traumas, letting this light dismantle, delete all the heaviness, sealing your field, feeding you, healing everything that is distorted in all of your timelines and all of the spaces and places that you have ever existed. Past, present, future. And surrender into this light. Feeling that cold, fresh air coming into your nose. Seeing all the snow-capped mountains in all directions as you see deep into the earth, into the womb, the belly of the mother. Let go of your name. Let go of all your roles, labels that you play. Just for this moment, let your ego dissolve. And as you connect with the energies of the ancestors and the Pachamama, I want you to open up this space now to invite any teachers, guides, protectors, power animals, whatever you feel like you need the most, or just be open to any helping spirit that is here only for the highest good and is in the light to guide you, to protect you, to help you, to teach you and show you how to embody your own ascended master in this moment. And this very well could be that version of yourself that already resonates at that. Let that aspect of yourself show up. Perhaps it's your luminous parents, creator, Pachamama. Who is here to assist you now? Or who do you want to call? Who do you want to connect with specifically? Allow him to come into the center with you. And give yourself permission to receive any transmissions, downloads, messages, guidance, healings, also ask to be shown how can you be of the greatest service in this lifetime. Or how can you live and embody the most epic soul journey this time around. Or perhaps how can you show up as the best version of yourself each and every day. Practicing radical honesty with yourself and the guides, masters, teachers, ancestors that are here with you to witness you as you recommit to mastering yourself, your energy, your vibration, your frequency, your wholeness. Your sacred heart. And as this temple represents the Divine Mother, sweet Pachamama, if it feels appropriate for you, you may release in here and return to the Mother all the versions of yourself that need to die, all the versions of yourself that should have already died, all those versions of yourself that never were, sending these aspects of yourself that are no longer for your highest good, all versions of yourself that don't need to exist in survival. Just return them to the Mother with love, with gentleness, offering you gratitude for how they serve you and got you up to this journey. To create room for your rebirth, for all the things that you call now forth in your life. For who you are becoming. The version of yourself that you were always meant to be. In harmony with nature, with the elements, with all of creation. The version of yourself that was never kicked out of the garden. Awakening the immortal, the sage, the eternal you. To tune and tap into that wisdom, into that medicine for the greatest good of all sentient beings. And allow this bridge, this portal to connect you with that in this moment. Let all of that energy flow in as you feel it in every cell in your body. reprogramming you at the cellular level, at the DNA level, at the mitochondrial level. Allowing yourself to source from infinite wisdom. From Creator's consciousness. And the consciousness that permeates every spirit, every matter, every sentient being. And giving yourself permission to receive, accept, embody all of this in this moment. Remembering your nature, your essence. And so it is. Stay here. Continue to feel these energies moving through you, around you. And as we close that portal, bring all of your energy back. All of it. Bring it back. All of it. And with a deep breath, bring all of your energy into your crown. And exhale. And keeping your eyes closed. Taitanches. Taitanches. And stay here as long as you need to. There's no rush. There's nowhere you need to go or be. Feel these energies in your body, in your being, in your bones, in your bone marrow. Allowing the creator-like energy to flow in through you and as you and for you. You may stay here with your eyes closed to continue to embody this. If all of a sudden your body needs to express this energy in whatever form, just give yourself permission to let this energy express itself with any type of movement. I'm going to vow in deep gratitude to Pachamama, to Creator, to all sentient beings for the opportunity to connect deeply and release ourselves in all directions, expressing our gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I just wanted to open up the space if anybody wanted to share their experience and anchor whatever experience you had. I believe that in many instances it's important to voice certain things when we can find the words so that we can be witness, and also it can be anchored by other consciousness in this reality, as we share with others that hold this vision and hold what we experience in the sacred. And unfortunately, in today's society, sometimes we forget the importance of just witnessing without thinking what we need to respond or what we need to say or what advice we're going to give. I had a moment the other day at the store. I had forgotten some things, and my daughter was sick. She was throwing up this last weekend, and so I ran to try to get some stuff for like soup and what to give her for to try to make her feel better. And I forgot a couple of things, so now I'm like running back, and then I feel a little discombobulated. And as I was walking back to the register to pay to do the self checkout, I had just responded a message to someone, and between somewhere and 5 steps forward to where I needed to pay, my phone was gone. And I was just like, what is going on? Like, Christian, you're not present. Like, you need to focus because you can get into a car accident and then you're no good to anyone. But I'm baffled because I have no idea what happened to my phone. And I was like, did I place it somewhere in the store? I would never do that. So I retraced back my steps, and I was just like, I don't know what to do. I just lost my phone. So I go back to the front register, and this older woman that was working there, she had a very grandma feeling, and she approached me and she said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "I don't know." I said, "My phone just vanished from my hand. I was just here ready to pay, and I didn't bring my wallet, so I was trying to use my Apple Pay." So, uh, and she just looked at me. She's like, "It's going to be okay." And she turned around and went to her counter and gave me my phone. And then I was just feeling so much gratitude, but I was still a little like wondering, like, what happened? Like, this has never happened to me. Like, where's my consciousness right now? And all she did was she placed her hand on my back and rubbed it to me like my grandma used to do, with just love. And it made my day. It just changed my day. Like, everything just went away, and I just felt so loved and supported by such a simple gesture of like, it's going. And I felt like, no, there was no judgment, there was no agenda, and it was just pure love. Like, it's okay. Like, you're having I got you. And it was beautiful. And I sat the whole day thinking like how much we underestimate the power of that. And that's something that we can bring into our daily interactions if we slow down a little bit and can realize somebody. And I was not having like a miserable time or a hard time, but she just somehow knew that I needed a little comfort. And she did that, and she shifted me in 5 seconds. And so our intention matters, and how we show up matters. And I will never take for granted something so small that we can do for others when we can spot that they need it. So I just wanted to share that. That just came through, and so I wanted to open the circle if anybody wanted to share and feel supported by IU while we're still in the container. Otherwise, I respect your decision, and
Um, I needed this today. I'm gonna be honest with you. As hard as I was kind of resisting, because like I said, it's like one thing after the other. And I was like, I don't know, but I listened to my heart, and I was like, I should be in the session today. And it just slowed me down and calmed me down personally. Um, I felt the moist earth, you know, there. I like for me, it was very weird. I felt like kindness and love, you know, those were the two words that came to me. And it was beautiful, you know, to kind of say the least. I needed kindness. I needed to be kind to myself, and and kind to others, because just before this call, I literally went off at my sister, you know, when she called me, and she's like, and I was like, I felt a little bit irritated by her call, because as soon as I've left work, I'm doing, you know, one thing after the other. And I'm like, why are you calling me? And then she just wanted to kind of say hi to me. And I was so abrupt to her. So, you know, just slowing down, being kind, again, learning, you know, what is important, work or family or whatever, you know, kind of putting things in perspective, and also finding time for myself, because if my container is empty, I cannot give.
Oh.
So that was definitely beautiful. And I saw this beautiful white peacock.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful, beautiful white peacock is what I saw.
Aho. Thank you for
So
sharing.
thank you very much for this.
I'm glad it helped. Christine, would you like to share or do you feel complete?
I feel complete.
Okay,
It's really
beautiful.
nice. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Uh, Thank you for being here tonight. Again, one of the it was one of the times I was there too. I remember talking to my guide as well, saying like, man, every time that I come to this place, I feel like it's a place of renewal and rebirth and purification.
Hmm.
And I was like, I just can't stop crying. Like I don't I get so emotional here and I cry so much and then I feel like I've let go of so much here. And he starts to kind of laugh at me and I was like, what is that mountain over there? What's it called? And that's one of the mountains from the lineage. It's called Wake Wilka and it's like right in front of it. And he told me that it means the sacred tear.
Mm.
And at the moment, the way I could see that in my consciousness was like, so that's the Apu that works with Pachamama to purify you. And there's nothing more purifying than letting go of all the tears and all the pain. It's one of the fastest way to recalibrate the tears. So it completely made sense to me that every time I go there is the waterworks come out. So I can't wait to be back there later this year. So thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for listening and hearing my stories, and hopefully they continue to inspire you to grow and master your own energy. And thank you also for being my teachers in this journey. I honor you.
Mm.
Thank you so much. Have a beautiful night.
Mm.
Aho.
Thank you, Christian.
Thank
Aho.
you. I hope.
Good night.
Good night.